I'll just start with Usual Suspects then. So, Usual Suspects are described on their own Facebook page as a 4-piece indie rock band from Glasgow. Into the Abyss was released on the 24th of April this year. And it's, I mean, they say they're an indie rock band, but again, indie never really it never gives you any idea of what it's going to sound like. So what we actually get is a sort of quite cool, smoky, wistful sort of rock and roll track. And it reminds me a little bit of some of the output of the band Vast at times, who've got a sort of a song called Tattoo of Her Name, which is a really cool song about murdering a woman's husband and then getting double crossed at the end. It's a really good song, so worth checking out. But there's that kind of vibe to it. I was a bit worried when I first listened to this because the very first like couple of seconds have got like quite bad sounding acoustic guitar riffs coming in. I was like, oh, is this like some crap kind of singer-songwriter stuff? But then you get these layers of fuzzy guitars and a sort of far away echoing vocal and sort of vocal whispers and a sort of sorrowful whistle tune throughout. So that all kind of layers up and that kind of creaky sounding acoustic guitar actually works really well with all of that added. So, it's a pretty decent track. It's just over 3.5 minutes long, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. And I mean, there's no real context that I can find for any of the band's other output at the moment. Not on Spotify, at least. There's just this one track. So I'd be interested to see if the rest of their stuff, sounds like this, like performed out of a smoky, cigarette hazed, like a small, it sounds like it's been performed in a tiny, hazy, smoke-filled venue. So it'd be interesting if they've got that kind of vibe from the rest of their music. What did you think about it?
Pretty much the same as you, my man. I've kind of ended my notes agreeing with you by saying, as you previously said, that on their Facebook page, they describe themselves as an indie band. And as with most, if not all, musical genres, this can obviously cover quite a broad spectrum. But I would say that judging by this song, I would say that they're maybe selling themselves a bit short there, because it's clearly not as straightforward as that. I would say that they probably have a bit more to offer. This song reminded me of something that likes of Roger Waters or Pink Floyd might have released.
Okay.
In particular, it reminded me of something that you might have heard on the likes of Pink Floyd's 1979 album The Wall. I felt it was similar, like an atmospheric, almost apocalyptic. In that, you mentioned it kind of feeling quite sorrowful. I would kind of have agreed with that. This might have had something to do with me staring into my phone and listening to it on Spotify at 4 o'clock in the morning on the night shift when I wrote these notes. However, to be fair, the album cover or the artwork for the single does include a gas mask, so it's maybe quite a safe assumption to make. Who knows? I see that they are playing, or they're due to be playing, later on next month, I want to say, somewhere in Glasgow. I believe it's the Amsterdam Bar.
All right.
From their Facebook page. I don't know if that's something that will go ahead, obviously, with what's happening in the world just now. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they come out with in the future.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to give it a rating, or are we just...
I haven't given it a rating. I don't know why. Although, if I was to give it a rating, I'd probably give it 6, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think I think a 7 from me again is a pretty fair rating. Okay, so that was Into the Abyss by Usual Suspects.
Wipe the sweat from your brow and swallow my disdain. Wake up